Hello. You're seeing me look around in circles here. I'm trying to let everyone in. Vita has asked that she's busy working on another project and asked for me to be the wizard behind the curtain here. So I'm trying to make sure everyone gets in that is requesting to be let in. Hello, Preston. Correct. Cannot hear you yet, Preston. I guess what I probably should do next time is just have music playing in the background, like we're all in a waiting room. So I appreciate everyone joining. Just getting everything lined up so that we can give you more great training on NowTech. I'm stalling. I'll continue to stall until Preston shows up. Preston's got some great updates that he had shared with us last night here at the corporate office, and I'm excited to see what he has to share with us today as well. You must have come back in under another account here, Preston, trying to get you in. So I have Preston's messaging me here about promoting you. You should, Preston, be that second account of yours. Whenever you click on it, it should let you in.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Too many windows. I couldn't find the accept panelist confirmations. Here I am. We're all good.
All right. If you're in a position where you can still show your screen and everything, I will, Preston, I will go ahead and kick us live into our Facebook group, or do you need us to stall for a second longer?
I think I am all good to go.
Okay,
Pending
great.
pending any adventures we have with Zoom here as I juggle multiple devices. So folks will see two of me. I am speaking through a computer and I will be on my phone kind of walking us through the app.
Sounds great. Hey, well, I would like to welcome everybody to today's Tuesday 11:30 training call on NowTech. Excited to have with us today one of our representative of NowTech on the call. They have been as partners working to bring us a new feature onto the platform or to enhance the current feature that is there. I have stayed away from talking about it till this point. It is campaigns, and we're excited to have Preston be able to walk us through being able to add someone to a campaign. And so with that, I'll just go ahead and turn it over to you, Preston, if you want to take it from there.
Yeah, so I will start with a quick intro into what exactly the campaigns are in your NowTech app. I think everyone is familiar with email campaigns. I know there have been plenty kind of built and ran by Manatech in the past. So what we've done is we have taken an existing opportunity campaign that folks are already familiar with, and we've built that out in your app. Here in a moment, I'll go through how all of that works. But essentially what it is it's a preset list of 15 emails that Ben and the team have already created for everyone to use. And they just provide that kind of drip information so you can keep contact and keep touching people and sharing them or sharing with them the exciting Manatech content, right? So it runs over the course of, let me check real quick. It'll run over the course of about 200 days. So this way, as you kind of select your prospects, you can set them up, put them on these campaigns. They'll get an email. They'll start every couple of days, and then it'll eventually be every month. And that way you're not bothering them, but they're getting monthly information from Manatech. When they respond, you'll get that email immediately, and then you can pick right back up with that personal one-on-one kind of touch there. So now what I want to do is I want to share my screen on my phone. While I get this spun up, any questions about the existing campaigns? Ben, is there any context that I don't have on existing Manatech campaigns? I don't know if folks are used to one thing or another.
No, as I'd mentioned, I kind of stayed away from teaching on it, so I'm not sure that there's anyone that's actually actively using the campaigns inside of Nowtech. So this will be brand new to, I think, everyone.
Cool.
Unless you've played with it on, without any training experience around it.
Gotcha. So I should be sharing my screen now. I'm going to pull up my Manatech app.
And there's even a chance that that card is not showing up in everyone, so we may need to start there to make sure that they know how to activate that card.
Gotcha. So we'll start there. This is your homepage. So you've opened up your app, you're on your mobile device. You should start with a handful of cards open here. Everyone should have a campaigns card available. If you don't have one active on your card, you can hit this little plus button and you can turn things on or off. So let's say, just as a quick kind of offshoot, if I only wanted to look at my media, my contacts, and my alerts on my home page, I could just do this, and then that way I can focus on the things that are most important to me. Those items I turned off, I can always access through the other menus. There's the events, there's my alerts. You can see I was testing campaigns yesterday just to make sure with Ben that everything was working as intended and we're good to go. So with that out of the way, I want to walk us through the very quick process of setting somebody up for a campaign.
And if I could ask Preston, we can't see where you're clicking. So if you can call out where you're clicking on the screen so our eyes can go to that location, that'd be great.
Perfect. Yep, so let's do that. First, I'm going to click on my own name here in contacts. I'm going to run a campaign with my own self so I can show you what it looks like to the prospect. So I'm going to go in here, and first, I believe I'm going to click on I'm going to click on campaigns. I'm moving a little fast. Click on campaigns right under send media. I'm going to, for this demo, I'm going to remove myself from the old campaign so we can start from scratch. All right, so I am now removed from a campaign. So Preston is the prospect. I have not yet enrolled him in any campaign. I just had a conversation with him. I said, hey, I'm going to send you something real quick. This will let you enroll in getting more information about Manatech. Reach out to me as often as you'd like, but this is kind of some stuff straight from Manatech so that you can just learn about what we do. Preston says, okay, so I'm going to go send this to him. Now I've got the option to either, well, I don't have a phone number in here. You've got the option to either text or email this initial campaign invite. So I want to be clear that what we're doing right now is we are sending an invitation to an email campaign. So you can do that via email or text message. And what it will do is it will send that prospect, so in this case, Preston, it will send them a link that says, please click on this link. That is your opt-in to receive this information. So right now, think of this as we are sending an invitation and asking for permission. What that does is that protects our domain, that keeps us from being marked as spam, that makes sure that all Manatech content is going out to folks who really want it, keeps all of us in the field active and engaged without having emails shut down. So in this case, I'm going to email Preston this invitation here. It's going to show me a quick preview. I'm going to click that share button. It's going to load it into my preferred email address. So here I am, I'm on an Android, so I use Gmail. This is my current email address, me, the distributor, Preston71988. I'm sending it to my test email address, SilentHP, and it says, hey, here's the information we discussed. This is the message, and it's going to go ahead and send this, and it'll be pre-formed into links. Now, there is a difference for iPhone and Android users. So there's going to look a little bit different here. This is technically in your email editor. If I wanted to say, we discussed yesterday, I can edit that. I can come in, if I wanted to create a custom message, I could take all of this out and I could type that in right here. Again, this is in my email editor. You've been taken out of the app, so you've got control to do whatever you've done through your standard email right here. I'm in Gmail. If you're on an iPhone, you'll be in all of your iPhone stuff. I forget what everything's called, but I've done all of this. I'm now going to hit send, and I'm going to send this to Preston. So great. That's it. We've done everything that we need to enroll this prospect into an email campaign. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go flip over to one of my many emails. There we go. You'll see I just received this 11:39 a.m. It's from Preston. It's from Preston to Preston. I'm demoing it to myself. But I am now your prospect, your customer, checking their email. I say, oh, here's what Preston sent me. And now it says click here. So what this is this is to view the invitation. And this is a quick landing page. So let's learn about Manatech. We've got the preformed kind of why Manatech, why now that came out at the beginning of the year. And then it says, hey, you can opt in here to receive more information. And this already has a direct button to your replicated page in Shop. So if they wanted to immediately purchase something, they could. For this example, we're going to focus on the opt-in. I'm going to say, yep, send me more information. It's going to ask you to confirm your email. I confirm it. I say, okay, I am giving permission for you to send me your email campaigns. Once they've done that, the prospect will start receiving automated emails. You, as the associate, don't have to do any more work for these emails. And when they respond, you'll get that email that they've responded. And then you can pick up with that conversation. I'm going to switch back to Associate Preston in my app. And now I've got a little alert down here in the bottom right. It tells me Preston just opted in. So now I know that he said yes. He's accepted the email invitation. He's going to get those 15 emails over the course of the next 200 days. And whenever he responds, it's going to come straight to me. It's going to let me know through my alerts and through my app that he's good to go. And I can then continue the conversation, answer any questions he's got, drive him to whatever products he's interested in, share any more information that he may want, and we're all set. So our call today is not an hour long or longer, but what this does is this sets it up in the queue so that the very first email will come and it will say, jumpstart your business, and he'll get a long email that will let him read some stuff and click on some links. So I did this last night. We can go ahead and fast forward through time. I'm going to go back to customer Preston. So the first email I received last night is, oh no, I've done too many tests. There it is, unlock your potential. So here's the very first email of that 15 email drip, right? A bunch of information about the side hustle. And then this says active test account. This is coming from me, but your information will be right there. It'll have your email address. It'll have your phone number. It'll have your name. All of that done for you, and you'll just kind of set folks on that 15 email drip. They will continue to receive these emails, and then when they respond, you'll know, because it's going straight back to your email address that you sent it from. That is about it. Any questions, or am I leaving anything out, Ben?
Yeah, I did have a question, and I believe I have the answer to it, but I just want to make sure that that this is accurate. But the very first send you do through a campaign, that is coming through your personal email account. So you can edit that that invitation that you did in the very, very beginning. The second, so once they've opted in, it is no longer coming from your personal email account. It is now coming as a campaign from Manatech's email account. That is correct?
Correct. That's a very good clarification. The first, that invitation, right? We're going to call it, refer to it as the invitation, comes from you personally. They know you. You can send it via your email or you can text it. In fact, let me do that as a quick example. So I clicked on prospects down there in the menu in the very bottom bar. That's why it's turned green. I am going to go to my sample group here. I'm going to click on myself. I am going to click the edit button in the top right, that little pencil. And then I am going to add my phone number here. And then I would have to remove myself from this campaign again. So now, if we wanted to share via text message, same invitation, but if we wanted to send via text message, it's going to pop me out of the app again. It's going to let me know, hey, you're using your phone, right? The app does not send text messages. If the app sends a message, it comes from a different phone number. We want the content to be sent through your phone to somebody connected to your phone number. People know who you are. They've got you saved. You've got that personal connection. I'm going to click yes. So here I am. You can see I've already sent myself a test, but when I hit send, I've never actually sent myself my own text message, so I'm not exactly sure how it goes. But they'll receive this as a text, and when they click on this from their phone, it's going to take them to that same landing page. So that's the versatility of kind of the landing page invitation. You can get them to this page via text message, via Facebook message, Instagram message, email, WhatsApp. As long as they get that link, they can be taken here, watch a quick video, get to your shop, or opt in. So when I click opt in, again, we're going to confirm. We can switch back to the app. And there's that other alert that says, hey, Preston has opted in again. You can see I've been opting in a bunch. So we've got a whole handful of opt-ins, but these are all me testing.
And even though you send that invite as a text, what they're opting into is an email campaign. So that is one thing to take note of as well. It's not going to put them on a text message campaign, but they're
Correct.
opting into an email campaign.
Correct. That's right.
I think there was one question down there. It says, what is the email to notifying now of Arrhenius downline listings? That would,
for contacts. So yeah,
yes.
let's quick update from our call last week. So over these last couple of weeks, we've been working, Nowtech has been working with the Manatech dev team. We've been cleaning up a bunch of old and in need of update information. So we should have most folks' contacts kind of cleaned up. As you find a couple of outliers, Ben, I think the best case is still to get them to you, and then we'll work directly, or
if you can send them to me, that's great. And Manatech support at now-tech.com as well. So we can, I'd like to be aware of what is pending if we still have issues running through it. But Manatech support at now-tech.com is the correct email address.
and if you are in your app, I'm going to click on the home page down here in the bottom left. I'm going to click on my menu in the top right. If I go to view profile, an easy way to get to us, Nowtech, as you have questions, as you find things that maybe aren't working as intended, or you're confused, or it doesn't seem like it's working, you can click on get help. And if you'll come down here in technical support, you can leave a quick message here, click next, and this will be emailed to us. We've got real humans running the tickets. We'll reach out. We might ask for some screenshots or some extra questions, or we'll provide you a quick video on a specific feature. Let's say you're sending campaigns and you're not certain that they're going out, then send us a quick ticket here. We can go on our end and see what's going on. We've got the ability to just go bother our devs, frankly, and they'll tell us what sent, what didn't. So as you need support, feel free to use this technical support here through your app. That gets to us. We respond to it daily. There's someone there all the time. You'll speak to a human and we'll get you on the right track.
Perfect. And then Joellen, I don't know if you could take yourself off mute. You had a question about response, perhaps.
Yeah, Preston, you use the word respond. I think I respond that they have to reply to me, but if they click on the email, that is the only response that's needed for us to get notified they'd opened it?
Correct. So when they click on it, you'll get that alert that says they've opened it and viewed it. And then when they
Thank
click on that opt-in, you'll be told that they opted into the campaign.
Beautiful. Thank you for that clarification.
Are there any questions that you've run into in using the app or anything that we can help with while we're winding down on campaigns?
I did.
Just had one more question. Oh, go ahead, Ginny.
No, actually, I did send it to myself for the email opt-in thing, and I did opt in, but I didn't get a response. I was just practicing on myself, but I didn't get an email or a message that said I opted in.
Just now?
No, I think I did it, yesterday, or no, I opted in today, but I sent it yesterday, and so I still was just looking here, thinking I'm supposed to get an email letting me know, but I don't see it here.
Interesting.
I'm just playing with it, but I don't see it. And then I messaged support yesterday on a question and I didn't hear back. So I know it's 24 hours usually. So,
and when,
and something else.
as we test with yourself, the customer Jenny did not receive the email, or the distributor or the associate Jenny didn't receive the confirmation email?
Okay, I sent it to myself and then I opted in
Okay.
as a customer. And then I didn't, as the associate, I didn't get a message that said I opted in.
Interesting. So this little red alert, this bell icon in the bottom right, you don't have this campaign opt-in alert.
Pardon?
If you click on the little bell icon in the bottom right, where I've got that little red one, you should have an alert here, just like I do on the screen, that says campaign opt-in. So you don't.
I don't get any, and there it just tells me about event reminders, follow-up reminders, video is being viewed. But I just know my last one 22 hours ago was event, and that was that event for yesterday that I did get on. And then follow-up reminder, but I don't get any of those. I didn't get that. So. I'll try it again. I mean, I'll send it to myself again. I actually have to delete myself out first and then go in and do it again, right?
Correct. If you'll go to kind of your test account, remove that account from the campaign and re-add. But if you did this all yesterday, I mean, you can see these are mine from 22 hours ago. So you should definitely have received that opt-in.
No, I don't have that one.
Right.
I did get the thing to opt in, so I opted in. And so I didn't, that's why I thought I would get an alert.
And are you Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
All right. Then let me scribble that down, because we've been running through this for the last few days. You should definitely have received that. I might have. Let me go dig around.
I'm just gonna do it again here. I'm just trying it again here. And then it says I have already opted into this campaign, so I don't know when I would have done that. So maybe I'm gonna just delete it and start over, and then maybe it'll work then. It's my, I'm just playing around with it and trying to learn it. So great thing, but so then I'm gonna contact the person I was on with yesterday and have her just go and opt in and then see if I get that from her. So okay, I appreciate all this. This is helpful.
No, that's great. That's why we're here, and that's the purpose of these calls. So I think, every Tuesday, Ben and I kind of huddle to figure out which thing we want to focus on, and what we're gonna just kind of show up and lead a Q&A over. So that's the point. I'm glad it's helpful.
Great.
John, yeah.
The other question I did have a gal, I was on it with one of my gals in England, and she got a whole list of contacts. She has no idea who they are. And is there a way that she should go in and refresh? Maybe it's been cleaned up. Or can it only get cleaned up when they notify you that there's a problem?
So I know that we are still currently making some additional cleanup passes for a handful of the Euro countries.
Okay.
Those should not be a manual fix that she has to do. I've actually just yesterday morning, Ben, I saw they were going back and forth. So there's a little bit extra that needs to be done for the Eurozone.
Okay.
They should have their accounts automatically update. There's no manual work required by them.
Thank you.
So how would you refresh content in the app though? That may be another way to make sure that the most recent data is flowing through it.
The easiest way to refresh your personal information, contacts associated with your account, your ID, all of that good stuff, is going to be to quickly just log out and log back in. And I'm going to click down here on the bottom left on my little home screen. And then I guess I don't have to do that. In the top right, if you go to your profile, here is where you would log out, clicking on view profile. It'll load it. Once you log out, that'll take you right out of the app, log back in. What that does, anytime that you have to log back in, which is not very often, we don't kick you out because we don't always like having to log in the same stuff over and over. But whenever you log in, that is the big kind of data grab from Nowtech to Manatech. So if you found that maybe yesterday you made some updates to your back office, and it's not any, let's say maybe we don't have your address. Maybe you updated your phone number. And you go into your Nowtech app here and your phone number hasn't been updated, it is likely that we as Nowtech have not yet asked Manatech for updates. If it was pretty recent, the easiest way to do that is to log out and log in, because every time you log in, it immediately says, hey, go look at Manatech, bring the most recent information. Otherwise, it usually does it every kind of 48, 72 hours, because most of this information in the account doesn't change very frequently, right? So
Right.
it keeps the app running quickly. But if you go change stuff in the back office and want to see it in your app immediately, just log out and log back in.
Now,
Thank you.
if you're looking for media resources that have been updated, yeah, I know that you can also just pull down on the screen and it will capture the newest media that's been uploaded. So the log out and log back in is, I think it's more specific to a downline, customer that you haven't seen show up in your back office, or data that's been pushed that is new to your back office, but their media resources can be refreshed just by pulling down on the screen.
Absolutely. So yeah, the log out and log in is only for your personal information that is tracked through the back office. All of this stuff here that we're looking at will update by just pulling down and refreshing, or just going from a different page to a different page, right? So if, as we're speaking right now, Ben is adding a new event, the second I click back away and refresh my calendar, that new event is going to show up for me. So that none of that requires a log out and log back in, only updating your information if you've just recently made changes in your back office.
And we're still working on pulling our event data into the app. So the most recent, the most current information for events is still at events.manatech.com. You can also access that through your back office, but we are actively working to be able to pull those event dates into the calendar. So just want to let you know, we know that not all of the events are there, and we are working to bring those in there just as soon as we can. Any other questions? All right. Appreciate once again. We'll see you next Tuesday, 11:30. Y'all have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you,
is great.
everybody.
Thank you.